What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dwayne with Growing Together Nursery, and I'm back with another video. This week I wanted to touch bases with you and make a quick one about why it is that I invest in fruit trees. I made a video last week and I really didn't dig into why it is that I invest. So I wanted to go ahead and make another one, actually put in a little bit of work and come up with a quick little list of why it is that I do it. Just for me, you may share some of these opinions as well. You may even add on. But just for me, I'll go ahead and run down why it is that I would, why I invest and why maybe you should as well. First and foremost, for food. Yes, fruit trees produce food. And what do we do? What do we have without food? It is a beautiful feeling to go out in your backyard, front yard, wherever you're growing them, and go out there and pick that fresh fruit straight from the tree with knowing what's been on it, what hasn't been sprayed on it, whatnot. Having that organic source, if you are growing organically, is optimum. And for me, it is always something that I strive to do because there's nothing like getting that fresh fruit that has no wax, that hasn't been dunked or gassed or whatnot. You know, grown overseas, who knows what they're really doing over there. You know, you can sleep at night knowing that your trees and your fruit is coming from a great place, hopefully being raised in great hands. You know where your food comes from. That is ideal. When you have the control of growing your own, planting a couple trees, it's on your regimen, your fertilization programs, your watering systems, whatever it is, what type of water you're giving them as well, whether it's well or whether it's city, you have control over that. Flavors that you won't find in stores. There's another reason why growing your own is ideal, because you cannot find these flavors in stores. For instance, lemon meringue mango, cannot find this in stores. If you don't grow this, good luck trying to find it. Yes, you can find them if you're in South Florida. They are getting pretty popular now. Awesome. They're getting more popular now and they are moving their way up, but they're not cheap. They're going to pay anywhere from, I would say $6 here in Orange City. As you come further up, the prices also increase as well. You're going to go from anywhere from $6 to $8 a pound. And for $50 a tree, you know what I mean? You can go ahead and invest in having a tree, and then you can have hundreds of pounds down the road. First couple of years, you make your money back, and then everything else is icing on the cake. But yes, these cultivars, you cannot find in stores. You can't find strawberry trees. You can't even find mulberries in stores because they don't ship well, they don't store well. So there's many different, there's many issues with that whole supply chain, because if they don't store well and they don't have thick skin, then you'll never see them in stores. So there's thousands of fruits out there that we will never be able to eat unless you grow them yourself, just because they don't want it that way. So it is on you to grow the fruit that you are dying to taste. These excellent cultivars that are out there that you will go ahead and do a backflip once you actually taste them, because this is what started this whole entire nursery, is me basically tasting these awesome mangoes, coconut flavored mangoes, and was like, light bulb, wait a minute, why can't you find this in the store? So that led me down, okay, wait, this flavor and that flavor and this flavor. And then that was just mangoes. But then later, before you know it, you start going into everything else. Why can't you find a June plum in the store? You know what I mean? Got to grow this good stuff. Well, what else? You can make some money doing it, okay? Yes, you can do this just for the money. I will say this. Yes, I'm a nursery. Yes, I do go ahead and I buy and I sell trees. But before that, I am a big fruit fan, and I came at it as a fan first, and then figured, hey, what's another way to go ahead and supplement my new addiction? Is to go ahead and buy and also sell. I can sell the cuttings, I can sell the fruit, which I don't, please don't come here for the fruit. I don't sell them yet. I'm still brand new, and I'm a big fruit fan. We are. So trust me, before we start selling fruit, there will be an abundance, way abundance, because we got a decent sized family and we all love this stuff. So I'm not doing it for the fruit sales. I'm doing it for the tree sales. I want you to be successful. So therefore, come on over and we'll go ahead and get you set up with the tree that's right for you. But yes, you can make money selling the cuttings. You can graft trees. There's so much that you can do with these trees. Heck, if you want to plant it, let it get larger, come over. If you don't like it, say you don't like the cultivar, you don't like the way it tastes, or it doesn't grow well in your region, what have you, then you can go ahead, uproot the tree, put it back in a pot, and sell it and make more than what you paid for it. So it is, there's many ways to invest in these trees. Even if you wanted to buy one, up pot it, taste the fruit, eat it off, eat some of the fruit for years, and then as it's, larger now, sell it off and make your money back, and then some. So there's many ways to go ahead and make money doing this. And the savings that you will find once you actually go ahead and you grow it on your own versus going out to the store. Because yes, you can find soursop at the stores, okay? Granted, you're gonna be paying 20 bucks for small fruit, not grown organically. And if it is organic, it comes with an asterisk, right? So is it really organic? You're paying double, triple prices for something that was grown the same exact way, but just finished organic in the end. So there's some little bit of a, 3-card Monty happening there. And you got to know that the only way it's going to be 100% organic is if you actually see it and you do it yourself. No offense, this is just me. I don't trust the labels because I know that there's a lot of shenanigans happening, and we fall for it because who doesn't like that beautiful sign that says, oh, look, it's all great, local, fresh, and this and that. But if you've grown fruit, you know how long it lasts, you know what it looks like in stores, and organic fruit isn't pretty. If you're getting organic fruit and it's blemish free, be careful. Another reason, for fun. Why not invest in a really cool backyard? To me, it's cheaper than therapy. I love to come out here, go on my morning walks, afternoon walks. I'm out here 7 days a week. It's my day off. Today is Monday. Usually out running around, but today I figured, let me go ahead and make this video, and also I'll do a quick little tour, show you guys what else is new here in the nursery. But Mondays and Tuesdays are usually my days where I've been going ahead and grafting, up potting, always moving here. Every day there's always something to do here at this nursery. But you can have so much fun growing this rare fruit. And it doesn't even have to be rare per se, but these cultivars, the stuff that I'm growing, is stuff that you cannot buy in stores. Cherry star fruits are something that if you've never had it fresh from a tree, you will never be able to replicate that from a shelf. You can have 1,000 star fruits, maybe in certain countries, if you know where the fruit's coming from, and maybe it's a smaller grower, possibly. But here in Florida, how we're getting our fruits, you go to the stores, I get very disappointed whenever I go out and I buy this fresh stuff, and then you eat it, and it's waxy, it's gummy, it's not very good. There's no comparison to what you already know. You kind of get spoiled when you set the bar even higher, but you know what you deserve, dang it, and you deserve the best. But there's a lot of fun here. Being able to share this fruit with others, being able to have someone taste a brand new cultivar, say of mango, or heck, there's some people that have never had a fresh mulberry from a tree. So giving someone that opportunity to taste a brand new fruit is awesome. I love being able to give someone that experience, because to me, seeing their faces light up, you give a kid a little strawberry fruit that they've never had before, to be able to go and pick it off first to get that dopamine hit. Yeah, when you go and pick fruit, you get a dopamine hit, and then also to be able to taste it and you close the loop and you see their minds explode. It's really fun. Why else? Well, for privacy. So you can grow a fedge, you can have a hedge that's made out of food that also blocks the nosy neighbors, that can set up a backdrop. That way you don't have to build this huge entire elaborate fence. If you don't want to, you can grow it and go out there and harvest from it. Many different ways, different sizes of fence, whether you want trees, whether you want shrubs. Better than ornamentals, in my opinion. I will always advocate for edibles over ornamentals, because you just spray ornamentals. Yes, they give you flowers, perfumes, pollinators, which the native pollinators, in my opinion, are better. But still, nonetheless, you're going to be able to eat from them. Things happen down the road, you can't eat those flowers. Now, if it's an edible flower, it's different. But for the most part, those ornamentals are great. But let's eat people. You know what I mean? And let's not just feed yourself, but let's feed others. That includes wildlife as well. So it's not just food for us, but it is food for the wildlife. And I know some people don't want to share with those pesky little squirrels and raccoons, but they're here. That is the circle of life. We got to have them to be able to go ahead and keep everything else in balance. And when you do grow fruit trees, expect that you will have rodents coming in, unfortunately, you will have basically an ecosystem. And if you do it right, it will be a balanced one. So I don't really stress about that. Yes, I have to share. I know you're looking at my mangoes going, wait, but you're covering them. I only have a few, and I don't want to share right now. As the trees get bigger, I won't be able to wrap up all of the fruit. But for the time being, your boys got to eat, so I got to taste them. Shade. You can plant trees. You can get awesome fruit trees, and then sit down with your kids, grandkids, what have you, and sit in the shade, hang out, drink some lemonade, enjoy this beautiful Florida sun. Today is going to be a brisk one. It's going to be like 98 today, and no rain. So yesterday was almost 100. Day before was like another 98. It's been brutally hot. This week we're about to hit some rain. So thank the Lord that yes, we are about to be able to go ahead and cool off a little bit here in Central Florida. So that does help. But yes, shade. You need it. Out here in the Sunshine State, it gets brutally hot. So why not plant that tree? Wait the years, let it get huge, and then sit down and enjoy the fruits of your labor while sitting there having stories, you know, yakking it up, playing cards, doing whatever you want to do. But that is a possibility, you know, not thinking about today, thinking about it, you know, 5, 10, 20 years from now. But you think that we got plenty of time, but man, before you know it, these years go by fast. And 3 years later, 5 years later, you're sitting there enjoying it going, man, if I would have known this, I would have planted 10 more. But that's the way it rolls, you know. But for privacy, it's great. For shade, it's excellent. Most importantly, for security. We all know what we've gone through past couple of years. Not going to mention a whole lot. But knowing how shaky things can be and how uncertain things can be, this is a great time to become more self-sustainable. Knowing that in case things happen, you got a little bit of a savings account. Maybe not forever, but if you can go ahead and withstand not going to the store for a couple of weeks, months, years, then better off on you, and you'll be better off. Whether you are taking this fruit and canning it, whether you're freeze drying it, dehydrating, whichever way you want to preserve it, you can preserve it. But just knowing that if the stores close their doors, you at least got something to go ahead and take care of you and your family, because tomorrow's not promised. Anything can happen, and we got to be ready for it. So if you got something in the ground and you got a little savings account, sleep better at night knowing that you're still going to be okay. So, and besides all of that, so you got food, in my opinion, food, fortune, fun, privacy, shade, security, right? And the most important thing is because all the cool kids are doing it. You see this movement, everyone's blowing up, everyone's going out there and planting these big elaborate food forests and showing off their stuff. And there's a reason for that, because you already know what we went through a couple of years ago, and people went, wait a minute, hang on here. The food got turned off and it kind of, you know, went ahead and closed up and you can only buy X, Y, and Z. People said, wait a minute, I got to control a little bit of my destiny here. So there is something to it. I'm not shaking you up. I'm not giving you the whole doom and gloom here. To me, there's always positives, way more positives than negatives. I love to have the control over what it is that I'm eating, how it is that I'm eating it, getting it from the ground, from the land, you know, from my land. That's important, because I know what I'm doing in mine. I don't know what they're doing out there. I don't like the taste of Roundup. Glyphosate is something that I've never purchased it. I do not spray it here. I refuse. All the ones that do, be careful. I guess you don't watch the commercials. They're still telling you, be careful. If you sprayed it, call this number. There's reasons for that. Be careful. Don't use it. Get out there and weed a little bit. I'm done. I'm not going to sit there and preach on that. You are grown. Make up your own minds. But as for me and my fam, we ain't touching it here. But there's many other reasons to go ahead and invest in this, and invest in trees, and invest in herbs, invest in yourself. At the end of the day, do you want to make this place better? Do you want to plant a tree not knowing that you may sit in that shade? I'm planting trees that life is temporary. We don't know how long we're here for. So whether or not I come and eat these fruits 10 years from now, don't know. I got a purpose. I got a plan. And everything in me is telling me, keep planting, keep doing what you're doing, and spread those good seeds. I know that there's a lot of you that are just maybe starting off and don't know where to start. I know it can have, you know, it can be a little bit overwhelming of, oh man, but I don't have property. I don't have, you know, if only this, and this lines up, then I'll start. You don't have to wait for any of that. Not every, you know, not all the planets have to line up perfectly. To me, it's like you just start off small. Get a pot, get a tree. You'll figure it out later. If you got a friend that has a little bit of property and you can plant there, or mom's house, dad, wherever you can plant, at least you can get something in the ground. And container growing, you know, you can grow a lot of this stuff in containers. Let me show you. Let me give you a tour, show you guys around, just so you know. I had some quick little notes there. And don't be a grasshole. That's the bottom line. Shout out to Pete Canaris. I didn't come up with that. So, anyways, what else do we got, Dwayne? Well, here's my latest investments. I've already sold a couple, but these are pretty cool. Lemon guavas, already coming out here with fruit. I haven't tasted these yet, but supposedly they're pretty good. This pomelo's still rocking. One lychee, sweetheart lychee here. Two jaboticabas, these are saboras. 10 to 15 years I found out before fruit. Oh my gosh. For that one in the back, I gotta wait a little bit longer, maybe another 7 years. We got star fruit here. Look at these mojitos. Again, no, this isn't a fruit tree. No, this isn't gonna feed you. But goes back to that fortune thing. You can't sell some of these. Obviously, this is part of the nursery. But fruit trees, fruit trees, fruit trees. What's up, girlie? She's out here waiting for the squirrels. Some days she works, some days she doesn't. Mame Americano, just one left. Try to find some more. Look at this purple there. My last one, and everyone bypasses it. I don't understand it. Anti-lilies. Oh yeah, made the last one and I didn't show you on this one. More shade just popped up, another 20 by 20. I went ahead and finished that because it is brutal. So went ahead and moved in the bananas over here, which I need some more. Plenty of truly tinies. But trying to decide how much more shade I'm gonna have. These little strawberries are popping up. Again, good luck finding that in the store, you know? There's another one there. But so now it's 3 20 by 20s. And I don't know, as we go on and keep aging, who knows if we come out further. Well, let's go for a quick walk. We'll go ahead and see what else is happening here. These are our strawberry guavas. Showing out. This one's clustered up. And I haven't tasted these before. And I heard they're on the invasive list. Depending on where you're at, these can be very invasive, I was told. I was like, oh, but we chop and drop everything here, so I ain't worried. And by we, I mean me. I'm out here every day. Got some pineapple guavas that are holding on there. See that other one? I may have like 5 that got pollinated there. Haven't had those either. Darn pesky ants. They're back. These guys are menaces. Did get a bunch of herbs in, but that's not part of it. Let's see. Mangoes, I think I'm down to like 15, like only 15 that I'll be harvesting here, which coming from last year, I had 1 on the property. So, hey, we're moving on up, but next year, as you know, we always get better, right? It can only get better. And yeah, so the M4 is only giving me 2 or 4, sorry. M4 for 4. Oh no, just broke the sapodilla branch or the bamboo. The butterscotch sapodilla, and it needs to be stood up. I'll fix that once I'm done. Just gifted these brown cherries. Whoop, that one's an empty one. But these are pretty good. Always fun to come around and grab some fruit. Valkyrie's doing fine. The canepa's hanging in there. All green leaves. I'll go find some more of these. I had another request for one. Barbados is holding some fruits, still flowering, and this is probably the biggest crop so far. A pretty decent sized shrub. And again, set and forget. These, you buy it once, throw it in the ground, give it some organic fertilizer, if you want. And then come back and collect. Very easy to grow here, but yeah, this thing's gonna go off. There are a bunch of babies still popping up. Been weeding and mulching, keeping this party going, because every day is something, man. People are like, when's your day off? I'm like, never. We keep it moving here. Every day is a good day. Thank the Lord. Rosie Gold hanging in there. It's our one and only. Usually they turn colors, but oh, there's some pink on the shoulders there. Usually they have a really good color, but I'm guessing just because it is kind of a little shady here. It does get shade here. Maybe just because of that. Oh, Sweetheart losing a lot of leaves, but it did put out a nice little fro there. And I didn't know that this was a branch breaker. According to Mr. Neeson, his neighbor produced so much that it started breaking branches. So that should be interesting. I can't wait to be able to taste that one. Lemon zest, dwarf Hawaiians going through it. I get these that, listen, y'all, I too go to a nursery, I pick them all up, and I'm not making these. But I get them, and they go through their phase where they look a little sad. All the foliage will look just like this. I'm guessing that's fertilizer burn. Again, I'm not adding anything synthetic into this. They already come this way. The leaves will fall off, and then boom, a new flush will happen, and it's back on. But yeah, sometimes you got to sit on them for a little bit. Cotton candy, looking okay. New flush there, getting some spots. But we're gonna find out. Oh, beautiful Rollinias all through here. And this guy is flowering. We got 2 flowers there. And the problem was I couldn't pollinate it, hand pollinate, because this one opened late. This was the first one. So I wasn't able to get any pollen and switch them over. But stranger things have happened. We'll see. So that's the first time this Rollinia has flowered. No flowers on the other one yet. All seed grown. The Thai soldiers are starting to run over here. These are cool beans. You can eat them raw or sauteed. We have the Thai soldiers there. The red long ones here. And these are about 18 to 20 inches. I mean, you can see that one there. They get rocking. I mean, these guys are awesome. Little butter, garlic, S&P. Great deal. Yep, and this whole trellis will just go ahead and fill up with them. I got another one back over here. All through there, and they all start popping up. Oh, this thing fell over. I got a lemon guava I got to put in the ground. Just because, again, how do you sell them without tasting them and knowing about them yourself? To me, it's like, I got to practice what I preach, and I got to sell, and I got to grow what I'm selling. That is part of it. I can't just be like, oh, it grows like this. Google says it does that. No, no, no. I will tell you from experience. And if I don't know, I will be dead honest and tell you I don't know. Shout out to the new favorite pepper, Sugar Rush Peach. Excellent flavor. I would eat one, but it's breakfast time, and I'm not going to have one so early in the morning on an empty stomach. But those are excellent, sweet, heat, and highly recommended. I will definitely have more. Come back and see me, and we'll make some more for you. Glenn's still holding 2. Got some older foliage just starting to come off. A lot of my grass are still cooking in there. Everything's fine. Fairchild has 3. And looking good, putting out a couple new flushes. We got some June plums that looks like it fell already. Oh no, we're getting close. Look at that, turning yellow in the bag. And that's whenever they're totally ready. So you get that bright, bright yellow. And they taste like a pineapple mango. And this little tree will produce so much little like fruits. Like you'll have like this right here. And there should be more on there, but you see some smaller ones. You'll see flowers, and you'll see mature fruits all on the same thing, on the same tree. So like different times. And that's the cool thing, is that you're always harvesting, and you eat the leaves. Got a bunch of cuttings coming out. What else? Let's see. Red lime, flowering and fruiting. These darn ants and the leaf miners. Leaf miners are getting to them. They always love this new growth too. I'm sorry, y'all. Citrus ain't fun. It's not what it used to be. We used to be the citrus capital here in Florida, and then something happened. And now it's that time where it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I don't know. I got a pomelo over here that may need to get rehomed, just because I've been fighting with it. Beets and radishes are hanging in. I've been fighting with it, and look at this, guys. I don't know if you can see, just getting shredded by leaf miners. No spinoside. I'm not spraying anything. Every once in a while I'll get some soap, but dude, they're like, you spray it and it just, look at that. That's probably some sort of deficiency, but I've given it azomite. I've given it organic fertilizer. Even put this tape there for the ants, which took out a ton. But they're still on this darn thing. And again, if citrus is this tough to go ahead and grow here, cut it out, put something else in there. Got all my rootstocks hanging out in the shade. What? Why would you do that? Well, black pots, they dry out so fast. Trust me, they were looking very wilty. Like, look at this thing. The whole thing just fried out there. But over here in the shade, nice and toasty, they're all just rootstocks. I do have these over here that are taking some sun, and these are looking fine. So it depends. Try to clump them up. This Super Alfonso is looking a little bit better. I gave it some sea kelp. All of them came in like this with these dried leaves and spots everywhere. And then I gave it some kelp and greened up on me. Haven't tasted it. I don't know if it'll stay here. From what I hear, it's got that Indian flavor, and not the biggest fan. P22, hanging on to one. I know, I'm debating. You know what? It's too small, y'all. Too small. Sassy Love, same deal. It is a micro tree, and I was thinking about letting it hold because I wanted to stun it. You know, why not taste it? But no, let's get you going. We'll cut you loose from that fruit. Another Rolenium. Sacha Inchi is hanging in there. It's starting to come up. Seminole Pumpkin is running. I planted this little baby one in there a couple months ago, and then now it's starting to kick off. No fruit hanging on it yet. Bacon Avocado. What is this? Lemon Meringue. Nope, lemon zest. Sorry, lemon zest. New flush. Fruit punch with the new flush. The Tanga Tuba. Flowering pretty good. Again, never had this one. You won't find it in stores, so good luck. And if you find it for sale, you're gonna be paying a pretty penny. If you got it, hey, if you can go out and buy your fruit and go home and sleep and be able to afford it, by all means, get out there and eat away. Your boy, I gotta grow them out so I can save that buck and make money later on. I can come over and take cuttings and graft, grow some from seed, graft it on, make my money back. Here's one that shredded, that lost all of its leaves and came back beautifully, just like that last tree that I was showing you. What was that one? Anyways, yeah, where it's all dried. This one lost all its leaves and bounced back very, very nice. So even though you see the leaves looking a little bit tarnished, a little bit beat up, give it some time, let them all fall off naturally, and watch the new growth, because as long as the new growth was looking good, we are good. What else? What else? Poncho still holding. Still rocking one, a little baby one. And again, I am not going to leave this out for the squirrels because this is only one avocado on this little guy. And I know exactly what they'll do. They'll come over, nibble on it, and leave the rest of it, and then we'll have to wait another year. Mexicola Grande with 2 roselles on the ends. Hopefully, we'll get some jam rocking this year. Paparcha, say again. Getting lots of fruit. Some of them are already falling down, but they haven't turned colors yet. I don't know why that is. Do have some that are looking a little bit larger than others, but some of them are falling off and they're undersized. What I'm noticing is this vine right here is already starting to dry out. I think they only last about 3 years, and it's showing that it's starting to get a little bit like root rot down below. So I have another one here. So it's technically like you got one plant I went ahead and cut a piece, dropped it off over there, and that was okay. It was successful. I put another piece here, and just taking cuttings and putting it in here. No rooting hormone, nothing. Just dropping them. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I'll explain real quick. So this side, it gets more shade. I go ahead, put them in the earth, cover it up, and takes off. This side is the sunny side, and as you can see, everything dries up over here. I do continue to put more cuttings because I do want another one on this side, but we'll see if we can't hold it. It's just because the sun scorches it, so way more water. Anyways, but yeah, that's the whole deal, to constantly have more plants coming, because only a couple of years and this whole thing's going to be, or I want the whole thing to be full. So that's the idea, is always having another one. A lemon from a cutting. This was actually from a cutting and already fruited very, very early. What else do we got? Got the watermelons over here. Starfruit's flowering, but not a ton. Carrie is, unless she's starting to go ahead and pop out some more. Let me go and double check. I came out yesterday and just saw a few there. Literally, she always loads up. There's a couple more. There's always like thousands on here, but I don't know. Again, I just gave it some organic fertilizer, which as the years go by, I will not be doing. I want to wean them off of all of that stuff, because this is her food. Mulch, water, microbes, let them go ahead and do all the exchange. So, yeah, not seeing a ton of flowers up here yet. We'll come back. Yep, let all the microbes do all the feeding. All the mulch is looking good. Still getting some growth coming out here and there, but I don't mind picking them out. You'll never stop the weeds. They will always come through. Melons, melons, melons. What are we going to do with these guys? We got a couple of them that are hanging in there. You can see they're getting pretty big. I mean, maybe 20 inches, 18 inches. And these are, sorry, I know I'm covering. That's Karobi. Karobi or Karobe out of Japan. Here's two. I think I got like 6 of them. Another one hiding there. But we're doing all right. And then I got a silver Yamada here that I'm still waiting on fruit. Some Yukon Golds. I did plant a bunch more watermelons through here as well. Oh, and yeah, Mr. Broke Farmer, I will accept your challenge to go ahead and be in the watermelon wars. No, I'm not looking for that. The W, because obviously these may only reach 40, 45 pounds, but it's fun to talk some mess and get in there and flex on some watermelon. So yeah, I heard that there's a watermelon competition called Watermelon Wars. For you people that don't know, hashtag Watermelon Wars. You're growing some melons, you grow the biggest one, there is some sort of a trophy or a prize or a gazoo or something that they send you in the mail. But yeah, contact Broke Farmer. He'll give you all the details. And don't cheat. Don't cheat. I know some of y'all gonna be pumping them full of Miracle Grow. Good luck eating that. I ain't eating none of that junk. For me, it's low and slow, as nature intended. I don't push any of this stuff. Winter Mexican that I put in the ground took a little bit of a shock, lost all of its foliage, but now she's rocking. She's coming back. Not all of them do. Sometimes you swing and you miss. A 3-in-1 sugar loaves, doing okay. I put some coconuts around it, a little decor. Swing and a miss. Sometimes you just do what you can and you come up short. Not you, it's Mother Nature. It's not my fault, it's her fault. Now, this is a Brazos Bell. Gave us problems from the jump. Brought it in, it was looking real sad. Tossed it in the ground, and it let me further know, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here, we don't want you here. 4 mangoes, 4 feet, or 4 mangoes and 4 feet. That's what we should call that, huh? Yeah, we'll find out what that turns out to be. If it's the best idea, worst idea. I want to do some grafting, some approach grafting, and kind of fuse them together, make like a fence. And we'll see. They're young. Project is small. We'll see what happens. Don't hate me for that, folks. We're having fun. We're experimenting. Why not? It's 2024. Live a little. Katumba, Still waiting on those fruits to hold. Papaya's looking sad. World's best. Meanwhile, kumquat doing what it does best. Holding on to some fruit and flowering still. Going more. Going for round 2. Lots of fruit. They're small right now. You can't see too many, but they're there. Let's see. Wow, it's heating up. And all this, who knows if we're going to fill that up with more stuff later on, or if the shade comes out, I like to dry back in here, just in case I got to unload anything. But there's still more. There's another strip over here that if I need to, we'll fill it. We grow as we need to. I don't like to grow too fast. Everything take its time. Some Fuyu persimmons. Moms will be stoked. One of her favorite fruits. These are the crunchy varieties, or variety, that you can eat. It's non-astringent, so you can eat it whenever it's hard. If you've never had an astringent persimmon, you have to wait until they're very soft. It's almost like a jelly. It's kind of it's an acquired taste, we'll say. A little dwarf Hawaiian, carambola, or star fruit. Dwarf Hawaiian is supposedly a little bit of a smaller one, hence the name. And they're sweet. They are pretty good. It's no carry, but it's I'd say it's a second so far. Good close second. Oh no, not that one yet. But I am excited. The Rollini is still holding on. Still looking okay. This is Rollinia grafted onto a Nona squamosa, which is a sugar apple. So trying to go ahead and see what we can do there. They still are looking good. Graft them in the shade. This is Thai dwarf mulberry. Look at this. Look what I just found. I don't know if you can see that, but you got more berries up there. What is this? What is this? Uh-oh, we got another clutch. Another crop coming on. We'll take it. I didn't even prune it that hard. Yeah, we got a few more. Nothing crazy, but hey, we'll get some more fruit. I mean, not that I like to flex fruit on anybody. You know what I mean? That's not what we're here for. Now, this one here. Oh, man, almost. Oh, no, it was a leaf. This one here, known as squamosa sugar apples. I've been hand pollinating, and I think some of them have actually held. Look at that one. Oh, it's in the shade. And they're babies right now, but trust me, they're coming. And